All right. We are live. We are live in here. Sorry, I'm a little late. Mm. Hot topic today. Hot topic today. Y'all can join the channel. Give y'all a minute to come in here. Let me see. Let me highlight my group. Highlight my group real quick. All right, so kicking off the discussion today, a hot topic. I went ahead and posted the link. Posted the link to my group so they can fall in here, so we can have a discussion. The topic is how to get a high-paying job in tech in 2021. So a lot of people are trying to get into tech right now. You definitely don't want to get in and go to the help desk, because that's going to keep you, at a $25 hour job. So with that being said, we want to look at the skills. We don't want to just say, oh, we want a high-paying job in tech, and just get a certification and think we're going to get it. We got to get those skills that go around that certification. So, number one, the cloud. All right, foundational skill. If you definitely want to get a high-paying job in tech, you will have to learn the cloud eventually. Not saying that there's not jobs where you're not gonna, you won't be dealing with that, but it's definitely, if you want to be a cloud engineer, if you want to be a cloud architect, if you want to be, there's all kind of roles: DevOps engineer, cloud network engineer, cloud security architect. There's so many different roles just that revolve around the cloud. So number one skill is definitely the cloud. If you want to go cloud, my advice is to start with AWS. Is leading the market share right now. They got about 40% of the market right now. So it's no need to go against the grain. They have a wealth of resources. First thing I would check out is the AWS training and certification site. They definitely sign up for that. And that'll just give you an idea of, what AWS is about. Next, create your AWS account. Creating an AWS account is free. You can sign up. Gotta use a debit card, credit card, but they don't charge you unless you leave stuff running. So definitely sign up for AWS to get some hands-on practice. But like I said, go on AWS training and certification and sign up for that, and definitely look at some of those courses on there. Number two site I would recommend for gaining cloud skills, and I've been messing with these people since I got in the game, A Cloud Guru. A Cloud Guru is a perfect site, online platform, and basically they do everything learning revolving around the cloud. So that's a good platform. when you want to practice for the exams, a good platform I suggest is Wiz Labs. They have a good platform as far as practicing the actual certification. But yeah, start with AWS. It honestly doesn't matter. You can start with Microsoft Azure. You can start with Google Cloud. If you do your research, Google Cloud actually has the top 2 certifications right now. So that's not a bad idea. But as far as I'm actually in, in the industry, so I can see what companies are actually using right now. And a lot of companies are using AWS, definitely for sure right now. And they're starting to dabble in Microsoft Azure. So if you're going that Microsoft Azure route, you're definitely going to be in demand. So Azure has a good platform too. So sign up for, you can go to Azure's portal. You can sign up for a free account there. They have a great, Microsoft has a good learning platform where, you can learn everything about their cloud. I think it's Microsoft Learn. So, but yeah, cloud is definitely going to be the top skill right now. And a lot of these other softwares that will get you paid as well in a high paying job are built on top of the cloud. So knowing the cloud is definitely going to give you a leg up. Another top skill, Kubernetes. A lot of people that have, since the learning with the cloud, people didn't really take on to it. As far as people that were in the IT field, they didn't really, take on to the cloud as far as learning it. They're just now doing that, which is good. But now we've moved on to other services in the cloud, and one of those services is Kubernetes. If you know Docker, Docker is a container platform, which you can run your applications on containers. Kubernetes is a container orchestration platform where people can launch their applications onto a Kubernetes cluster, and it will orchestrate, what needs to go on what node, and it'll basically, if something's wrong with one node, one pod, it'll get deleted and it'll replace the other pod. It's basically an automated orchestration system for containers. But a lot of companies are going to this platform on AWS, on Azure, on Google Cloud. Google actually invented Kubernetes. From what I hear, that's what they run Gmail on, and a whole bunch of other applications. But a lot of the enterprises are using Kubernetes right now. So those skills are definitely big skills. A lot of people that have the cloud skills, they don't have the Kubernetes skills. So if you can come in the game with cloud skills and Kubernetes, win, win, win. So yeah, definitely look into Kubernetes. They have a website, Kubernetes.io, I think it is. But yeah, you can just Google Kubernetes, and the first thing that comes up should be their website. And you can actually play around with Kubernetes locally on your local machine with Minikube. So if y'all haven't heard of that, Google that and check it out. But yeah, cool little thing. I'm learning that in my job right now. So that is definitely a hot skill to learn. Next skill to learn, I would say, is Terraform. And I would say this probably goes, in with the cloud. But once you learn the cloud, since the industry is already moving past, we're just learning about the cloud. The industry is already we're automating. Some businesses are still, don't get me wrong, migrating a lot of stuff to the cloud. So they're still, a lot of work to be done there, but automating that process with infrastructure as code is what the companies want right now. So if you know Terraform, which is, let me just, so Terraform is basically an infrastructure as code language for multi-cloud. So you can basically code your infrastructure to run on AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and a few other cloud platforms. I think Alibaba and some other cloud platforms. But just like you would code, have an application that, has different versions. You can version control your infrastructure in Terraform. So, and you can have repeatable infrastructure. So if you need to launch the same thing over again, instead of going into the AWS console and, launching 100 different services, you can code infrastructure with Terraform, have that in GitHub or a source repository, and do it like that. Just automate that whole process. So, Terraform, write that down. Another big one. So we got the cloud, we got Terraform, we got Kubernetes. DevOps. DevOps right now, you can probably just go on any job site and search for DevOps, and you probably see every company, that you've ever thought of hiring for a DevOps engineer. DevOps is a hot skill right now to learn. It's a very transferable skill if you come from the operations side of IT, and you have a little bit of development experience, or even if you came from the development side of IT and you have a little operations, a little bit of operations side. It's just basically a merging of those sides and basically, building the tools to help developers get software out in a faster pace, but with more quality and security built in. So that is a hot skill right now. The skills around that, basically knowing the cloud, knowing infrastructure as code, like the Terraform. If you can, know Kubernetes, that's definitely a plus. And, Python, knowing a programming language is definitely a plus. And, your soft skills are definitely good because you're going to be talking with people. You're going to be, you're going to be having sprints, you're going to be in meetings and whatnot, working with developers. And yeah, it's a cool job. It's what I do now. So I like it. I like it. Definitely like it. You're going to start hearing the term Devsecops, which is DevOps with, basically security implemented in the process. So instead of code, going through the whole coding process and then that, that code gets checked by security at the end and then you find out something's wrong with it. Basically, security is being built in to the whole software development lifecycle. So, that code is broken down into chunks. Nobody's coding, 100 lines of code. We basically short chunks and just getting, going through a build process, being scanned, being checked, and security is basically being built in the whole process. So we're not delivering software that has a bunch of flaws in it. But yeah, so cloud, Kubernetes, Terraform, and DevOps are definitely high skills. Salesforce. This is another big company that pretty much a lot of Fortune 500 companies work for. Work with, but Salesforce is a huge skill that you can learn easily. It's a skill that you can easily learn. It's not like a bunch of rocket science. They have an app You could download like Salesforce Trailhead. You could download that app, or you can go on your laptop and Google Salesforce, and they have a learning platform where you can learn Salesforce. But that's definitely a skill that a lot of employers are looking for right now. Scrum Master. Scrum Master is another one. With more, developers coming into the tech industry, more, things being software related, software. I mean, basically the world is going software basically now. But we have a lot of developers, but, not a lot of people know what a Scrum Master is. So yeah, Scrum Master is a certification for a Scrum Master. You can go on Scrum Master Alliance. But yeah, Scrum Master is definitely a skill. Let's see what so Scrum Master is the Scrum team member tasked with fostering an effective and productive working environment and guiding others to understand Scrum values, principles, and practices. Scrum Masters tend to be people-oriented, have a high level of emotional intelligence, and find joy in helping team members to grow. So, I feel like, I've been doing that all my life. I didn't know that was some of y'all been doing this already, but you didn't know that was a position. And this is what we say, about, don't get stuck on the job titles that your companies give you. Take note of the skills that you are acquiring at these jobs. Some of these skills that you're acquiring at these jobs are skills that are transferable to these tech companies. Now, and the tech companies may call it something else, but you didn't know that you're already doing that at your other job. So definitely, take advantage of those transferable skills. I mean, who hasn't, being people oriented, come on. So, but knowing the software development lifecycle is definitely a plus if you're going to be a Scrum Master. What is a Scrum Master's salary? Well, Glassdoor is saying 73 to 130K. So, what are we talking about for a DevOps engineer? Yeah. So yeah, DevOps engineer, you're averaging between 80 and 130K. But, the more skills you can stack on to, whatever path you decide to take, the more you can increase your pay. So definitely, if you go the cloud route, you definitely want to be stacking Linux skills on top of your cloud skills. You definitely want to be stacking those Kubernetes skills on top of your cloud skills. You definitely want to be, stacking other skills that go around the skills that you're gaining if you want to get high paid. I can't just tell you that you're going to get one certification and you're going to get a six-figure job in tech. That's not going to work that way. When I got my first 2 AWS certifications, well, I had the A+, the Security Plus, and I had 2 AWS certifications, and I was still at the help desk, making less than $26 an hour. Needless to say, I didn't stay long. I got up out of there. So, don't, when you feel like you got, you get, the experience and you know what route and what path you want to go. Don't hold up. Don't sit there and think about it and get comfortable. I see people get comfortable and, be at the help desk for 3 or 4 years. It's all right to start at the help desk. I don't want anybody to start at the help desk, honestly. But if you have to start at the help desk, don't stay there long. Take advantage of the company's free resources because most of these companies have certification programs. and they're training. You know, they want people to learn these skills already for free, whether they want to keep the employees or not. But you know, I'm assuming they want to keep the employees, but you know, they're not always open to to you moving up into a cloud position coming from a help desk position. So if you have to move on to get that cloud position, then move on. You know, once you got the skills, once you got the certification, move on. But yeah, stack those skills. Those are definitely 5 of the hot skills right now. What I say, cloud, Kubernetes, Terraform, Salesforce, and Linux. Yeah. So Linux. A lot of people are starting to use this Red Hat OpenShift platform. So that is, they actually have a website called learn.openshift.redhat. You can go on there and sign up for to practice for free. So that's a good skill you can learn. A lot of companies are starting to use that platform, and they actually partnered up with AWS. So we're still seeing how that's going to work out. But Red Hat OpenShift is definitely Red Hat Linux, Red Hat OpenShift. These are definitely skills companies are looking for, and yeah, you'll be wanted when if you get them. You definitely will be wanted. So stack those skills for 2021. I'll be back on here giving y'all some more skills. You know, I'm not going to go for an hour trying to tell y'all every skill to get, but yeah, just focus on those 5: cloud, Kubernetes, Terraform, Salesforce, Linux. And they don't all have to go together, but you know, cloud and Linux definitely go together. And yeah, if you can get those the Kubernetes and Terraform, stack it up. But yeah, that is my take for today. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at coolcap_12. What else? Yeah, that's it. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'll be back, you know, with more info for y'all about getting into this tech industry and being successful, because it is different when you're Black. I'm just gonna be real. Like it ain't gonna be no walk in the park. You're not just gonna, you know, be able to get a certification and walk right in here. So you're gonna need people like me. And there are other people like me. You know, I'm not the only one. Like there are people like me that are trying to do good things and trying to get us, you know, get our people into these tech jobs. You know, we got to kick the door down from the other side. You know, that's what we're doing. We trying to put that buzz in the air from the other side, and y'all get these certifications and get these skills. And yeah, there'd be no way they can deny us because we have the skills. So let's get it. Y'all be good, and see you on the up and up.